You saw me playing solitaire and thought it was funny. Now, I'm calling you out. Download Solitaire Cash and prove you've got what it takes to beat my score.
Okay, so after Stephen A. Smith shilled for a solitaire gambling company that allegedly was scamming and rigging its games, Michelle Beadle went at Stephen A. last Friday, along with attacking other ESPN colleagues for not doing their own due diligence. Then former First Take moderator Cari Champion also decided to chime in on the situation as she went off on Stephen A. Anyways, here's Stephen A.'s response to his former colleague, and it gets pretty heated.
And seeing Cari Champion say this about me, please play cut number 7.
Stephen A., I played that Michelle Beadle clip for one reason and one reason only. I'm old enough to remember being on that show and getting in trouble based on some comments you said about women and whether or not they should know their place when it comes to abuse or non-abuse. Ray Rice comes to mind. Not going to get into the details of all of that. But Beadle just came for you yet again, like she did when I worked at ESPN. I wonder, do you have that same smoke for her that you have for Jasmine Crockett, that you have for Michelle Obama, that you sometimes display for me and Jamel Hill? Do you have that same smoke? I'm sick of it. Keep the same energy. And I call you and I root for you and I say, hey, I got your back. I'm happy for you. But you keep that same energy, sir, for everybody.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You just said, Cari, you called me, you root for me. Why would you root for somebody that called you out in Jamel Hill, who's your good friend? Because it's never happened. Never. I've shown you nothing but love. What are you talking about? You were hired at First Take in large part because of me. You stayed as long as you stayed and had the support of the people that supported you because of me. Do I need to get bosses to confirm that I'm telling the truth? You know I can. When we see the diverse people that come on First Take, black people, women, the list goes on and on. Who did that? That wasn't happening when Skip was there. That was me. What are you talking about? When have I spoken against you? When have I thrown shade against you? When did that happen? That is a lie. Me? Dogging Cari Champion? When? And if I did it, why did you call me and root for me? What are you sick of? Or did you just want the attention? You see, we're going to have a deeper discussion right here and now because I'm sick of this. And I'm not going to be scared by women that I have loved on for many, many years as a colleague and as a contemporary and watching folks back. It doesn't mean everything that I'm going to do is going to please you. But y'all are talking without facts. We want to talk about, like Michelle Beadle talked about, and other people talk. Ask John Skipper. Ask Connor Shell. Ask Norby Williamson. I'm usually not supposed to give out names, but what I'm saying to y'all is, whether it's Dave Roberts, is it Burke Magnus, is it Jimmy Pitaro, or anybody else, ask them my support. For numerous people that have walked through the walls of ESPN, including you and Jamel Hill. What are you talking about? I didn't want Jamel Hill to leave. I've been on the air religiously stating she's a miss for us. Highly intelligent, very accomplished, good peoples. What are you talking about? When? Can somebody here please find something that on the record when I'm on the air something talking about Jamel Hill and Cari Champion? You were at the Tennis Channel, and I brought you over to ESPN. Not just me. Had to get approval. Had to get Skip Bayless support because he was the number one guy. Who you think did it? Who you think did it? I can get into a whole bunch of details that surrounded you not necessarily ending up there. If Skip had his way or somebody else had their way, it was me that stopped that. This marvelous, talented black woman who magnetized towards the camera, had a flavor and a style and a flair about her that I thought would serve the show well. Ask Jamie Horowitz. Ask him. What are you talking about? That's a lie. I have never failed to support you or Jamel Hill. How dare you say that about me? How dare you say that about me? That has never happened. And if I disagreed with stuff, I'd keep it silent. Just like the brothers and sisters were silent about Jussie Smollett. Like Dave Chappelle said, we supported him without silence because we knew his ass was lying. That's Dave Chappelle, not me. I'm just saying, the point is, I did not do this. What are you sick of? Are you sick of the attention you're not getting? Because you're not on ESPN anymore? I didn't ask you to leave. It was your choice. It's hard, ladies and gentlemen, to sit here and to listen to stuff like this from people who are supposed to be your friends. When you had a meeting wanting to come back to ESPN, who set up the meeting? Who would you call? What are you talking about? Why would you do that? Why do I have to sit up here and come on camera because a person that I thought was my friend would be on camera talking about me like that? and didn't even have the decency to give me a call or a heads up. That's low, Cari. I would never do that to you. And you know it. Never, not in a million years. I've had your back and supported you for years. How could you do that? How could you do that? That's all I'm going to say, Cari. Because I still love you. That was low. I'm going to let it go this time. That was low. There's no way an even so-called friend is supposed to be blindsided with that kind of video. And you brought up Ray Rice. What kind of thing you think that's going to have on me? You know that's just fodder for people out there to come at me with that nonsense, which you know. I was innocent of. Just made a mistake using the wrong word. I've never hit a woman. I've never touched a woman in my life.
Okay, so that was Stephen A's response to Cari Champion's attack, and from what I've noticed in the past, I've never seen or heard Stephen A ever talk ill of either Cari Champion or Jemele Hill, so I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, Stephen A has come at Michelle Obama and Jasmine Crockett recently, and then got cancelled a month ago, forcing him to make a public apology. Now, in regards to the whole Ray Rice elevator incident where the running back attacked and knocked out his girlfriend, I remember Stephen A getting a ton of backlash because he basically said what Rice did was wrong, but then also said that women play a part in this stuff by provoking men, basically victim blaming. And then he got into a ton of shit with ESPN. I'm pretty sure they suspended him for those comments for a week, and then Michelle Beadle just started tweeting at Stephen A. So that's some of the background beef between Stephen A and Michelle Beadle, but I don't know of any issues between him and Cari Champion, so this came as a surprise. Maybe she was defending Crockett, but who knows. Anyways, what do you think about Stephen A's response to Cari Champion?